Sorry for the delay. Apparently there was did you know laundry was running? Someone told me. Okay. So time for big adventures. All right. Let's go. Let's go back to our original destination. Yes, help. Okay. Mm. All right, let's see. The thing is, we go to the destination, but then technically we go back to our drawing board. So that's where. That is where we need to be. Mm-hmm. Whoopsie. Slaughtered. Eh, not back to back though. Here we are again. Let's go. Where are the? Okay, this is truth. And these are two lies. Okay. So, thing is, we said back to the drawing board. So back to the drawing board means, yeah. Oh yeah. So this was my thought about. So instead of labeling them statue 1 through 4, or floors, what we're gonna have to do is way worse, actually. Because what we're gonna need is okay. And then whew. And then on the X axis, it's gonna be all the different symbols. So that is going to be extremely painful to place. Or maybe not, we'll see. So for instance, if we take this group and we bring it down, okay. So first of all, it's gonna be statue, whoops. Hold on. Can I draw a grid? Tak. Oh, stroke. Make it white. Can I? Oh, dash. Cool. We can actually make it 50%. There you go. What do you mean you don't snap? Oh my god. OMG. Okay. Excellent. Now, this, group it and lock it. Perfect. All right. Now we can take this group, for instance, and say, okay, statue 1 had these three symbols. Okay. Cool. Send it back. I don't remember. don't remember exactly how many symbols there were. That's okay. That should be okay. Poof. Poof. Cool. All right. Lock. Group. Okay. Cool. So we said Vex. Okay. So those were the first three statues. Then statue number 2 brought us these 3 symbols, which were eye, Paris, and broken arm. Okay, we'll definitely need to also move them. So like for instance, it doesn't matter where they appear in the column. What matters the most is to put the similar ones close, because I know they're gonna get messed up. But some of them are really easy to recognize, like the eye, Paris, the Vex. Those are really easy. The tricky ones are these ones. See, like minor differences. It's just like the little arm broken. Okay. And off we go. So this one, for example, brings the Vex. The C, our symbol, and full arms, 2 dots. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. I mean, might not be too bad to actually fill in all those data. Do, 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 do. Okay, what do we have here? Here we have, see, broken arm. So we can go here. More of these. So this one can stay here, and double minus. Okay, move this one here and this one here. This way we have like dot 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 equal full dot equal broken and double lines and dot thing. Keep them kind of close together. All right, so that was statue 1 through 4 in the first room. Okay. And now we keep going. And now we just keep going. Okay, so statue number 5 has so we can keep those over there. Arms in the air can go here. Nike can definitely go in the easy to recognize ones. And this one, I would put it right here because it's kind of an evolution of this one. Okay. And then multi. This one is 7. This one is 8. And we'll get to them. So here we have a Vex. Multi minus, which we don't have anywhere else just yet. And 2 equals and a dot. 2 equals a dot, but full arms, right? 2 equal a dot and full arms. That's insane. That is insane. Then we have this one is the eye. Eye was easy. Nike, easy. And pineapple. A free column here. Let's use it. Then we have dot. That with broken arm. It should go here, right? Yep. Then we have Paris. And then we have dot clip broken arm. Yeah, that's that one. And this one is equal dot broken arm. Equal dot broken arm. Okay. Nice. So what you're saying is that there are actually 12. There are actually 16 statues. You nerds. You nerds. Excellent. One, two, just grab a bunch, doesn't matter. What do you mean? Seems about right. Seems about, wait, where did all the, what? Ah, oof. Okay. Excellent. Cool. Okay. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Pretty good. So yeah, what were we saying? These three to go down here. 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So 9. Oh, sorry. Better lock this one. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. And last but not least, we got this group. Okay. So once we're done distributing, we'll have the answer of each statue, and we'll also have a visual of how many the same symbol has been mentioned. One second. All right. Onwards. Okay, so all right, let me move these ones further out there because we still have a bunch of very similar symbols coming in. We have the happy alien here. No, the happy tornado. Which, is that him? Yeah, that looks like a happy tornado. Cool. Then we have the equal. We should put it here because there is double equal and there is an equal jelly. Pineapple can go into the easy to recognize. And then we got the 3 dots. 3 dots is fairly unique too. I don't think there's any other similar to it. Cool. Also, hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. Then we have more pineapples. Then we have a paper clip. Paper clip should be close. There you go, here. Because we got full paper clip and half paper clip. And then we got Nike, which is here. Half paper clip. Half paper clip doesn't have full or broken arm, right? No, I don't think so. And then there's double equal. No, I don't know how to call that one. But we know that, double dot is at the very beginning. And that one is like 2 equals vertical. Which, how would you call that? Pipe? I don't know why. I don't know why. And then you have half pipe dot, which is this one. Then you have vex, which is easy, and all the way out here. Where's vex? Vex. And then you have double equal, which is here. Okay. Then we have paperclip. Then we have the equal jelly, which is here. And then we have the dot equal happy alien guy. Okay, then we have pineapple, I, and Paris, easy ones. Pineapples right here. Pineapples right here. Paris is I is here. Where is Paris? This one? All right, C, Vex, and pipe dot. Half pipe dot should be this guy, right? Full arm. C and Vex. Whoa. Vex. Where's C? Oh, we already found a C, so there you go. Okay. Okay. And last but not least, C. Again. Plop. This one is double dot is at the very beginning, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have pipe, full pipe. Full pipe, full arms. Full pipe, full arms. Okay. Cool. Well, now we just need to compress everything a little bit. Okay. So now we grab everything we have here. And we unlock it. We unlock it. We make a copy. So what happens if I, for instance, I fear they might be too compacted though. And I can't really shrink them horizontally either because that's kind of the size of it. Okay. Okay, but what we can try to do is start messing around with like oh, it's already a group. Okay. Look. Okay. So now, how do we approach the problem? In theory, the whole thing is about finding, if we go with the assumption that each statue is giving us 2 lies and 1 truth. What do you mean? Game. Yeah. Way to waste everybody's time. On the bright side, that gave us music technically, but we need to be in the room to test, right? Okay, so 2 lies, 1 truth. And so we were saying triangles are not necessarily lies or truth. So the question is, how do we find criteria by which we can understand, like, well, if this one says that this is this, then... And I'm wondering if it's divided per room. So for example, if... So the idea is like, if this was true, then these would be false, right? And so if these are false, right? This means this is false too, and this is true. But if this is true, this is false, and this is false. But if this is false, see, it doesn't work, because we said this one was true. So that means potentially that this one is true, and if this one is true, these two, this one and this one, are false. See where I'm getting at? The question is, among these, we saw that there are some that have very few answers. So I'm wondering, Trying to understand if there's a way to sort of get a bunch of them out of the way. Because, for example, I was wondering, well, there are some where whenever they're mentioned, everybody says it's circle, every statue says it's circle, or every statue says it's triangle. But I don't know if that's something that we can take for. I don't know if that's meant to be like, well, this is your sort of starting point to calculate everything else. Because if you get a few right, again, it's really kind of like Sudoku, where the more tiles, like you start filling tiles by finding, okay, which one can I deduce with the few elements I have, and then it kind of trickles down. It could. Then again, maybe the solution is like the dumbest thing ever, and we're just like building castles here out of our imagination. I can't believe the game kicked us out of here. Especially because, again, each time you need to go all the way up, and you gotta lit up all these things again. Okay. Welcome back to Destiny. So for that, one cool thing we did yesterday actually was this. Because we can sort of again, I need to do that. So one thing we did yesterday that was interesting was like, see this one? This one has only one answer. So if there's only one, could it be that it's true? We could try to play like that, like use that as a starting point. Like maybe the whole thing is like, well, if you have one that says, because what I'm not sure. Also, hold on. Why do we have this massive? Why are we keeping all of these like that? There you go. Much better. Not sure why. Keeping. Okay. So, question again. This means we have at least one answer for each symbol. So each symbol, if we go with the assumption that each symbol has to be, well, no, even then, each symbol has to be one or the other. would we be... Does that mean that if that is the only answer about that one, that would be true? We can try that way. Because if that's the case, right? If that were the case, now how do we do... Right, then... So, if this were true, this would be false. So, consequently, that means that little alien here is not circle, right? And instead, it is triangle. So if this was true, the other two would be false. Which up to this point, it kind of works, because circle, circle are false, because this one is true. Si baba c'est moi. Exactly. Exactly, Mr. Bear. So if this is not triangle, it's not triangle, then it's circle. And so it means that these two statues, on this answer, this one is the true one. So if this one is the true one, and Nike is a circle, then Nike cannot be pyramid. And if Nike is not pyramid, I mean, sorry, if this one is nope and this one is yes, that means that pineapple is not circle, but triangle. So if pineapple is not circle, but it's triangle, this one means that this one is also false. So I is not circle. And if I is not circle, I is not circle. But that means that Paris is circle. So if Paris is circle, Paris is not triangle. Paris is not triangle. I so much wish this was, I so much wish I was going the right way. Oh, what a trip. So Paris is circle. So Paris is not triangle. So that means that this one is true. That little guy here, SpongeBob with a broken arm, is circle. So if he's circle, he's not triangle. So far the pattern hasn't broken. So if it's not triangle, but it can be circle. It can be circle. Look. So if this is true, and this is false. So if that one is false, it's false also here. Okay. And also because of these two, this one is true. So this one cannot be true. And so this one is circle and not triangle. Man, this is like... Okay, now I'm lost. No. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So we said it's not triangle, so it is circle. So this one is, so if it is circle, these ones are false, right? And so if it's not triangle, it is this. And so by extension, no. Rip. Rip. All right, start over. Also, hold on. Hold on. Group it. Lock. Okay. Oh no. Okay. So this one only had one. We could move the starting point to this one, or one that has a true, I mean, so in this case, right, we have a circle and a triangle. So one or the other has to be true. So if we take one as true and we end up stuck, then, know what I mean? Know what I mean? So let's go with let's go with that. So let's say this one is the good one. And that this one is a bad one. Right? Let's assume that for a moment. So if this was true, then this one and this one would be false. So, like we were doing before, if this one was false, then this one would be true, which would make this one false. Okay. Okay. And so if this one was false circle, then all circles would be false. And instead, triangle would be true. Okay. So triangle was true. This one would be true. And this one would be true. Oof. That seems like this looks horribly unlikely that 4 statues would say the truth and that we only got But who knows? Who knows? We're just gonna keep trying. I'm losing my mind. So that means just need so for every green thing we have two false, right? So if triangles was false, it would be triangle. Oh, it's another interesting one. So all falses there, and also all falses here, which will make triangles false and circle true, which would make this false. And okay, we found already broke. Already broke because if triangles is false and circle is true, then we cannot have two truths on the same line. But now if the pattern breaks the other way around, then I'm like, well, that's 6. That's gonna be awful. Okay. So we delete all these assumptions and instead we go the other way around. So if this were true and this one was false, then triangle will be false here, right? And because triangle is false, on all those lines, circle would be true. And because circle is true there, circle is a lie here, which is also a lie up here, which means this one would be true. And if this one is true, I should really also triple check that. Should also triple check that the things are properly aligned though, because it'd be a bit of a pain if they weren't. We'll do it again after this. So 2 lies, 1 truth. 2 lies, 1 truth. So if circle is false. Oh no, I just heard this sound. We just made it back to orbit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll go back when the time is right. Circles are false, false, false. But that means that these would be true. And this would be true. But if those are true, then triangle and circle would be false. Which means this would be false. Which means this would be false. Which means this would be true. Which means this would be false. Which means this would be false. Which means this would be true. Which means this would be false. Which means this would be true. My heart rate is going up because we haven't failed yet. And we just failed. Because there has to be a truth in here, right? Wait a second. Okay, no. Okay. From the beginning. Another thing we observed yesterday in this room was this symbol, which of course, if only we were still in that room, we would know which symbol that was. That symbol had a triangle and a circle. So if we can go back to that one. But then again, I think if it had a triangle and a circle in the top room. Oh, was it this one? Happy SpongeBob with arms. Oh no, this one. SpongeBob with broken arm, triangle. SpongeBob with broken arm, circle. Right. Okay, so SpongeBob with broken arm. Okay, so this one's. Okay. Which is this one? So let's say this is true. Because just in that room, the same symbol is given twice. I don't know. I don't know. Just randomly trying. Just randomly trying. And so if that is false, that is false. Right? Okay. So if that one is the truth of that statue, then these two are false. Also, we said we should have a quick look again at the tedious, but making sure our grid is correct. Okay, 2 dots, full arms. Half pipe dot, full arms. Half pipe dot, full arms. Okay. What? Wait. I hate my life. No, wait. No, we're fine. Son of a... Son of a SpongeBob. Oh my god. Everything we did so far reopens up now. Hold on. SpongeBob full arms. SpongeBob full arm. Sponge and broken arm. SpongeBob full arms. SpongeBob broken arm. SpongeBob full arms. SpongeBob broken arm. SpongeBob broken arm. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I hear what you mean, game. I see what you mean. So now we're gonna go back to this one, by the way. Just saying we're gonna go back. And I need to pee. Again. Comme disait un grand sage, la souffrance peut être source de plaisir.
I am Melania, Blade of Mikola.
That is my answer to that. All right, let's keep checking our homework. Okay, full pipe. Full pipe. Full pipe. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. Trust me. Definitely show. Wait, is there? Why is there an empty? Where were we? Empty pipe. Okay. Then we have half clip, dot half clip, dot half clip. Then we have full paper clip, paper clip, paper clip. Then we have happy tornado, happy tornado, happy tornado. What was his name? The Looney Tunes, the spinny guy. Because that's what we have right there. That's the identity of the guy. Then we have multi minus, okay, which is our starting point. Then we have equal jelly, equal jelly, equal jelly, equal jelly. Yes. Oh, this one could also be praise the sun, by the way. Then we got three dots on a line. That's cool. Then we have pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. We got Nike. We got, okay, I. We're fairly confident we didn't get I wrong, right? Yeah, let's go. Then we got Paris, Paris, Paris. Then, oh, you know what? Hold on, 1 second. One thing I thought. Why is there a multi minus here? Plop. Multi minus. This is for every time. Every time I find an error, it's a part of me. A part of me dies inside. Vex. Vex. Vex on the field. Vex, Vex. And then we got C. C. Okay. This is like since the times of high school. No, high school. Since elementary school. I loved math and everything, but unfortunately so many mistakes of how can you say, distraction. So big shame on me. Jour, Mr. Frayne. Hello, hello, hello. Bonjour, bonjour. How are you doing today? Did you get some sleep? Mr. Frayne. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've fixed our grid again, we can try everything we already did again. Also, new assumption. We only have one symbol here, right? So we only have one statue saying one thing about this one. So it's either true or false, right? Can be both. So if we take one, then we'll just live with that. I also think, but Frayne, I also think that, for instance, this one, I would be naturally inclined to believe that this would be the true one, because otherwise that would be a lot of truths on other statues, which would lock everything. So, but maybe they thought that, and then they said like, well, that's why we're gonna do it, because if Moon thinks like that, then we're gonna get him. So anyway, we got one symbol with only one answer. It's either true or false. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So, if that is true, these two are false, right? So if Happy Tornado is not circle, he is triangle, which means that this one is false, and this one is false, and this one is true. And also, this one is false, and this one is false because it's circle, and so this one is true. And if that one is true, this one is false, this one is false, this one is false, so this one is true. This is pineapple, right? Yeah. And so this one is false. And so this one is false. And so this one is true. And this one is false. Cool. And this one is false. Discord. Huh. Try that. Not sure. I can't understand the word. Or at least very few. Can you hear it, by the way, when I play it? No, don't do that, Brain. Don't do that. Don't do that. Think about, like, you're trying to solve a problem just like me. We're on exactly the same boat. And again, I hope you are absolutely not feeling obligated to do that. I appreciate any attempt you're giving at that, but I'm hoping you're doing it first and foremost for fun and experimentation, anything like that that you're getting out of it. And then I'm just happy to hear more of them, because always something cool can always come out of it. And I'll be happy to. Have you listened to yours, by the way, yesterday at the end of the stream? Did you listen to that? Okay. Onwards. So if it's not circle, this one is false. And so that means that this one, wait, why? Why are the, this is bad. I didn't lock the, See, that's why you should never do it here. Damn it. Oh, actually. It might be it might be easier than we think. Let's grab these. Okay, then let's grab these. Lock. Okay. Almost fine. But I'm a perfectionist and I feel that you are not satisfied. I can be happy if you're not. I am very satisfied with the ones you made. I am very satisfied. Mm. So, if those two are lies, then this is the truth. This is the truth. Damn it. This is the truth. So, if that one is the truth, then again, SpongeBob broken arms, right? This better be right. Okay, tack. Okay. And so that means that this one is true. So if this one is true, this one is also true. And this one is false. And this one is false. And this one is false. And so this one is true. And so that one is false. Okay, we're still in the game. So this one is false. And this one is true. And so this one is false. No, you're not, but I will do it or burn my PC trying. It's okay. We'll just both lose our minds on, you know, whatever we're doing. It's fine, I think. I think it's fine. I think it's reasonable. No, this can't be true. This one can't be true. This one, this could break everything. You remember when I said moments ago that I would have said triangle is false? Because there's too many statues saying triangle, and I would have said circle would be false. Do you remember? Do you remember that? It wasn't long ago. It's about 5 minutes ago. Not even. So if it's not circle, it is not circle. It is not. Holy cow. Holy cow. It fits. It fits. I don't even want to double check it. I don't want to double check it. But there's literally 2 lies, 1 truth on every line, right? 2 lies, 1 truth, 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 2 lies, 1 truth. 2 lies, 1 truth, 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 2 lies, 1 truth. This one is circle. This one is triangle. This one is circle. This one is circle. This one is circle. This one is circle. This one is triangle. This one is circle. This one is triangle. 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 Circle. Triangle. I had a heart attack on that one. Circle. Triangle. Circle. Now remains to understand. I'm assuming we're looking for the triangle, right? Yeah. Hold on. So oh, actually even better. Hold up. I think I hate myself. That was not a bad idea, right? No, no. Oh no, okay. No, that is okay then. Ish. Lock. I kind of want to ungroup, but I feel I'm gonna regret it big times. Okay. Oh no, okay. No what? No what? Scrap it. Keep that as a group. Okay. Lock it. Okay. And then we said, instead of doing that, let's say which one is triangle and which one's. Okay, so we said this one is triangle. That one is circle. Circle, not triangle. Triangle. Not circle. Triangle. Triangle. Not circle. Triangle. Anyone else a little bit nervous around here? Okay. That is our answer. Hopefully. It's better be. Better be. My heart rate is all over the place. Please. Please, Gabe. Please. Please, pretty please. I swear I will be a good boy. Just let me have this one. Two lies, one truth. Okay, so now we need. Okay, so SpongeBob full arms. SpongeBob full arms. Then. No. Yes. Yes. The important is the pyramid here. Don't get confused. Then we need Happy Tornado. Happy. One, two. Then we have 3 dots and equal squid. 3 dots. And we have pineapple. I knew pineapple was... Huh? Pineapple and I. Pineapple. I. And of course, Vex. All right. I swear, I think I'm gonna burst into tears if this ain't it. Tora! Hi! Good morning. Good morning. So it's like 7 hours to solve one puzzle. Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear. Yes. The answer is yes. How are you doing? I am... no, I'm fine now. I was losing my mind because I spent literally, as Mr. Bear just said, 7 hours between yesterday and today for one single puzzle in Destiny. In Destiny. And believe it or not, best time I've had in Destiny in like a year. Somehow. We did it. Then again, proof that if we do, you know, if you take your time, right? If you take your time and actually do things properly and actually align the information the game gives you properly, then puzzles are much less complicated than one could imagine.